guys, so here we go. So this is the final video. I have sped this up a bit because otherwise we will be here forever. So I'm going to use my Accents Bling On, which is what I always use to attach my clusters. So I'm just gently twisting opposite directions to slide my rose off. And then coming in with a little bead of Bling On, using a gel stirrer there. Then I'm going to place that rose on the nail where I'm happy with. And then when I'm happy with that, I'm just going to cure that in the lamp. That's a quick 60-second cure. Now you've got two options here. You can either attach your rose with acrylic and then add more petals around it, or as I did, I have attached it with gel play, and I am then using these Swarovski crystal chatons, and these are in the crystal AB, and I've got these from Scatter Crystals in various shapes and sizes, and I'm just adding little beads of Bling On and then slowly adding like a collar of these crystals around that flower. Now you can see why I sped this up, because I spend a lot of the time half picking up and dropping. And then I'm just coming in with my detailer brush and getting in between all those little nooks and crannies. And when I cure this, I cure it for a full 60 seconds each time, and I build up slowly. So I'll add a couple of crystals, cure, a couple of crystals, cure, and then I just get in all the little nooks and crannies. And every time I cure, I then push out the crystals to make sure they have stuck correctly. And then I've got these lovely crystal AB butterflies, and I'm just getting an idea of where I want to lay this butterfly. So I want one of the wings to kind of hook on to the rose like that. I'm going to come in again with my Accents gel play. Getting into position and adding a little bit more. Crystal in there. Quick 60-second cure. Make sure that's all secure. And then I'm going to continue my crystal design. So when working with clusters and anything like big sticking up from the nail like this, you want to make sure that you're making the design as smooth as possible. So all those little nooks and crannies where you think a bit of hair could get caught in there, or anything could get caught and then snag and wrench it off the nail, you need to make sure that it's as smooth as possible. So any gaps in between the crystals, I'll come back in with my detailer brush and fill them in with my gel play, things like that. So to make sure it's as smooth as possible. And as you can see there, every time I cure it, I'm giving it a little push, giving it a little nudge, making sure it's all secure. Getting a little bit of that gel play in the middle of the crystal, in the middle of the rose. And then I'm coming in with a bit of Crystal Vixie, dabbing in and then just pushing that in, dabbing off the excess and then curing that for 60 seconds. And I'm coming in with my CJP gripper glue and adding my crystal trail. So I've got some of the smallest, I think they're raindrop or teardrop, I always forget what they're called, don't I? Crystal AB finish from Scatter Crystals. And I'm just adding these on. These little triangular trays are from Scatter Crystals as well. They're awesome, I love them. And then what I do is, so I make collections from my Scatter Crystals. So I've got one which is crystal AB and white opal, and then this one is my minty turquoise collection. So all I did is I went onto Scatter Crystals and I bought a selection of crystals in minty turquoisey colours in different sizes, and then I put them all in a pot together so that when I do a minty set, I've got a crystal mix ready. So very unhelpful for people wanting to buy, but it's also my way of encouraging you to kind of have a little go and make up your own mixes and, you know, make it your own thing. And I'm basically picking up various sizes, various colours, and creating a nice crystal trail. Again, getting in with those smaller crystals around some of these larger ones, so there's less chance of them getting knocked off. And I must say, these nails were my non-Christmas Christmas nails, and they did last very well. So I'm just making a nice trail down that nail that flows nicely. And then I'm just going to add some on some of the other nails. And these I'm just adding a small line, so with large crystals in the middle and then getting smaller as we go out to either end. Sorry, my voice is getting really croaky now after all these voiceovers. Sound quite pathetic. And like even with a matte, I love these, like the mirror shards. I think they're so shiny even before you've top coated. They're so pretty. Or sometimes it's actually painful watching me apply crystals on my own nails. Chasing the buggers around. There we go. Finally got one in that gap. I'm just having a few more on this one. And then for top coating, I'm going to use my detailer brush to get round all those crystals in that cluster on my main finger there. Remember batting up against the crystals but not going over them, because that will dull them if you go over them. Around all those other crystals as well. finishing off that top coat. And then curing this for 60 seconds. Then I'll apply the cluster on the other finger. And then we are good to go. So there you go, guys. I hope you've enjoyed these videos. I love these nails. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that. Any questions, comments or requests, please just pop it all below. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.